Let's see about materials. Stickers are actually almost 100 years old invention. First invented the bumper stickers with witty messages. In 1937, 3M invented glowing material, and after that, starting this medium become a matter of brilliance. Invented rolled material with base paper, then pressure-sensitive material. This meant that it was noticed on a large scale and it was found its way to everyday doings. First from plain stripes and beer trucks, after a little while into a decor stickers in the car industry. After that came transparent film, and on 1983 came wrapping film, thanks to German taxis, what needed to turn a lot of cars into beige fast. To usual customer, sticker is just something sticky and colorful. They do not know the difference of materials, but you have to know. Why does one need the information about the materials? Which of the following price inquiries do you think will get a better service and a quote? Either, hi, I need to put the graphics on the car. On about half of the car, I suggest that most of the text could be black, but I also like to have something in red and then maybe a little bit of print in there as well. I'll send you some ideas. What might be the outcome you look like? I guarantee that most production companies will see you as someone who knows nothing about vinyl films, an amateur. Therefore, it's clear that you also don't know what the prices or different materials are, or where different materials are used. Some people can take advantage of this and tell you complicated sounding stories about special solutions, or even offer you a much cheaper solution for an expensive price. Or you can do it in, hello, I'd like 1.37 meter wide vinyl car wrap printed on 3M IJ480 material series, and an over-laminated photo print in about 2.75 linear meters with a touch of 3M 50-10 black color text with it. Okay, this is clearly a professional who knows what he's asking for, clearly knows what he's getting, and actually probably gonna be aware of the quality and price range. So, professional. Should you even know these things? If you have a good partner in graphics production, then maybe you don't. However, if you want to be more involved in the process or have just started looking for someone to implement your solutions, or are in the process of changing your current partner, it is advisable to know these things. You need to understand that if you don't specify which materials you want, then you most likely get whatever suits the production companies best, what they have in their stock at the moment. Generally, you won't be sold completely the wrong material, but it is still good to know what you are buying and what you're getting. For example, if you want a Mercedes, you won't be satisfied with a BMW. Yes, the car is just as good, but you wanted a Mercedes. So you should ask for Mercedes, or at least mention that you want a Mercedes, but something similar that is just good will do also. Obviously, you want something similar within their own vinyl series, but the manufacturer's material has its own peculiarities. One manufacturer's vinyl is thicker than others. The colors are different, the standard width of the vinyl is different, an adhesive is different, application requires different processes, and so on. I remember when I first started to understand sticker business, I had a 3M lecturer schooling me of 3M materials. I was also in the knowledge that if you need a sticker, you just take the sticker material and do some cutting and it's done. At first, when the lecturer started to talk that there is a material for everything, I was really confused. where I have put it myself into. If you want to do this, then use this. If you want to do that, use that, and so on. But isn't it just something sticky and colorful? Well, it's not. It really is not. If you put the wrong material to where it's not supposed to, it will break or come loose or fade and so on. With stickers, the problem is that you cannot make it go away. It will not mend itself, it just go worse. It is plain physics. For example, if you are using wrong material or not applied it perfectly, it will come loose. As car is riding, wind is blowing to material, and if it finds its way under the vinyl, it will make a drag. Dust will go to that hole and adhesive will not stick anymore. So it creates a pocket that doesn't stick. As car keeps driving, the air pocket is made larger. Finally, it will break and you have a ruined sticker in your car. So you need to know what you are using and where. In all material manufacturers' lecture I have been, they are talking their materials as polymered or non-polymered materials and so on. Yes, it is their manufacturing specialities, and my printing cooperator uses also these specifics, but this actually does not tell the end user anything. So I will make this more easier for you. I have made you a selection of 5 materials what you will be using about 85% in everyday life. Here we go. First is a short-term vinyl, also called campaign film. We made this for a Falk car towing company. They wanted to promote that they have been 25 years in business in our market. This material is with not so sticky adhesive, so they are meant to be used outdoors maximum 2 months. After that, there is no guarantees that they will stick. So usually this material is used only on short-term messages or campaigns. Actually, same material is used on expo stands for few days showing. There you will use a removable adhesive version, so you do not have to work a lot on later adhesive removal. But this is another story. If I have to use this material, then I will use usually 3M IJ25 series, Avery Dennison's 500 series, or Oracle's 641 series. It is the cheapest car vinyl. Secondly, a mid-term durability vinyl for flat surfaces. This is actually what you will be using mostly in business vehicles. This is material what you see if you have letters or logos on your vehicle. You can also make a larger scale wrapping with it, but as this material has its memory intact, it will want to take back its original form, that is flat. So if you are applying it to curved card shape, you have to cut the material through. Then the forces will be minimized and vinyl will stick. This cut will be visible though. Usually this type of surface is made when budget is limited, what it usually is. Usability for this material is about 5 to 7 years. In my experience, I am using mostly 3M 50 series for cutting and IJ35 and so on for printing. Avery has it as 700 series and Oracle has it 551 series. In price-wise, this is about twice as pricey as campaign film. This is what I meant with cutting through curved parts. This is what it looks in reality. The cut will be visible. Take it under advisement if you want to make some type of wrapping with this mid-term material. Wrap vinyl. As its name says, it's meant for wrapping. Usually meant for full wrap, and this is the material manufacturers advertise the most. This material is nowadays mostly 1.52 meters wide. It's about almost 60 inches, but there are some of them what are less. 3M has it been from first 100 series. Then it got air channels for better applying and named it to 180 series. Then came improved 1080 series, and today it is 2080 series with scratch protective layer. Avery Dennison has its analog product under name of wrap film SV900, and Oracle has its product as 970 series. Note that if you are printing this material, then you need to use same type of overlaminate. For 3M, I suggest you use 8900 series. Avery need their own DOL 1000 laminate, and Oracle is developed OraGuard 290 series for this purpose. Every material of them is slightly different, from their material specifications to applying specifics. For example, the 3M 2080 series must be preheated on the surface of the vehicle for it to bend and conform to vehicle's curves, while Avery wrapping material requires serious post-heating after the film has been installed. Otherwise, there is a risk of film's edges peeling off. Oracle film is not as easy to position, but it is slightly more affordable price range. Even though they are designed for the same purpose, each has its own small peculiarities. If necessary, glue strengtheners, primers, and so on are used. In price range, this material is about 3 times higher than mid-term usage material. Reflective material. You sometimes need to make your information more visible at night. At daylight, there is no effect whatsoever. These are at this point as the 3M 680 series, Avery HW reflectors or Oracle 5600 series. There are versions with air release channels and without. Be careful not to buy reflective materials meant for traffic signs. You will feel the difference when you touch the materials. Reflective film for vehicles is much thicker and it can be bent. The material for traffic signs is thin and brittle. In many countries, wrapping is actually forbidden in reflective graphic. But it is possible to use it in certain details. At this point, I'm not talking about emergency vehicles, for which reflective film are widely used, as they must be visible. Reflective film is printable, can be cut with a vinyl cutter, and is available in numerous colors. It is also definitely necessary to use an over-laminate, otherwise you will lose some of the reflectiveness of the material. If you need to heat the reflective material, use gentle heat, otherwise the reflector can develop darker spots where it was overheated or stretched. If you are creating graphics for emergency vehicles, I recommend using reflective materials with a delicate honeycomb structure and a higher degree of reflectivity, such as 3M Diamond Grade 4000 series. Avery Dennison has this as V8000 series or Oracle's Oralite 6900 series. I've often been asked whether there is a black reflector. Yes and no. Black doesn't reflect light, it absorbs it. Therefore, a black reflector is actually a dark gray. Here is an example about regular and diamond grade reflective material. See the structure on diamond grade material. Perforated film. This is used on vehicle windows. From outside you see an advert what is printed on the material, but on the inside you can see through the tiny holes. Most used in public transport like buses and so on. When you install the vehicle graphics, where the part of the design is wrapped in regular film and part is perforated film, you must remember that there will be a color difference in color brightness. The little holes in the perforated film cause this. You must consider this and inform your customer in advance. This is mostly used on campaign graphics and public transport. Large advertisements are placed on the sides of the bus, which remain there for a week or up for a few months. They usually do not require separate lamination as they will be soon removed. However, if it's a long-term project and the vehicle is constantly washed, it is worthwhile adding an overlaminate. A specific overlaminate for perforated film is used which provides UV protection, moisture resistance and increased image life. Ordinary overlaminate isn't compatible with perforated film because it cannot be pressed into those tiny holes in the perforated material and will therefore cause problems later on. I have to mention that all the material serial numbers are probably gonna change in future as materials make invention leaps forward, but the main point of usage will remain the same. Actually, I'm gonna add one more material here, what you may gonna use in your daily work. This is not actually a vinyl material, but material nevertheless, magnetic material. This is cuttable and second layer vinyl information can be added to it. It is used when owner of the car does not want to have permanent stickers on its vehicle. For example, project manager will need to make a work trip with their personal car. It just need to put a magnetic sticker to the car for a limited time and the job is done, it is removed. This is multiple usage material, but note that this is only usable in small speed movement. It takes only a small wind or water puddle and it's gone from the surface. Also, it needs to have a surface cleaned properly. If there will be a sand or dust under the magnet material, it will resonate in driving and it may scratch and harm the surface. Why you should use different materials, you may ask. First, when you make design solutions for your customer, then mostly it is used on same type of series material. But I would recommend to think outside the box. For example, use matte and glossy material together. This will make plain design a bit different. Yes, easier would be make all the same, but I urge you to make interesting design. On many pre-made colors, you have already also matte and glossy version of them. Not all, but some. If you want something different, then you can also use matte overlaminate to create some colors a bit of different. If you are printing, then you anyway are using an overlaminate, so be creative. We have also used the possibility to use pre-made structural overlaminate. For example, 3M has many different such laminates. Just stick them to ordinary material and you have a completely new version of same plain color. But with overlaminates, please note that you have to use at least same series overlaminate. If it is a mid-term material, then you can add mid-term overlaminate, but also a wrap laminate. It will hold, but do not use mid-term laminate on wrap material. This is a big no-no, as wrap materials is developed to be on the curved surface. Then using a flat surface of a laminate there, the laminate will start to pluck the lower layer also off the surface. Or if the wrap material will stick, then you have a laminate that is come off from the surface itself. So no. Sooner or later, you are in the point where you need to change or add stickers. Is it after accident repair, or maybe you got a new client who already has some of their vehicles with stickers? If they do not want to change everything to new design, what would be nice, you need to keep the design the same. This means that you have to use same materials as before. This means you need to know what materials have been used before. Good if this information is in your hand. If it is your own made design, also please write down yourself what materials were used. Why? Because every material manufacturer has their own color codes. So if firstly you used 3M with white stickers on a car and now you are making repairs on this car and you are using an Avery Dennison white material, there will be a color difference. Even on the same material, manufacturers different series have different colors. For example, the simplest white glossy material is different on every manufacturer's color scheme, as you can see in this picture. Also, please note that color differences will be if you use same series, but for example rolled white vinyl or wrapped vinyl, what has gray adhesive used. Even some white print vinyls for flat surfaces make different white appearance as they also have dark adhesive. What dark adhesive gives you if you have multicolored fleet, then you use only regular colored material on every one of them. There will be color differences. As flat surface meter material is thin, the surface will affect its appearance. If car is a lighter color, the vinyl will appear a bit lighter. If color is darker, then it will turn vinyl also darker. Gray adhesive blocks surface color and all stickers will look the same on all cars. This may be a minor thing for most, but not for all. Better be prepared. At least now you know.